But we're gonna talk about it today. And don't mind me eating. I'm fat and I'm hungry.
I'm gonna be eating too.
Yeah, but hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Arielle. And yeah, you can look down in the description for all the rest of the videos. But anyway, so we're gonna jump right into it because I have a surprise today. So this is like something I really want to be like, I really want to start this on my channel like since second like semester of college. And I finally sat down and convinced like this to come about. So I'm gonna introduce my special guest. Drum roll, please.
Hi. So excited to be here today.
Okay, now if anybody who knows us from school knows what we're about to do. But y'all bitches thought we were joking. Nope. So today is the beginning of a segment on my channel that we're going to call Doing the Most. It's gonna be super annoying, I'm sorry.
Chelsie.
What?
Because I'm gonna like your go-to co-host. But you have.
What do you mean, bitch?
We have
this
to
is
have.
just two hosts. What do you mean?
No one else gets in. You can't sit with us.
No. Sorry. This is like our little little idea that we've had since college. What are you doing?
All whimsical that's about to happen.
Meh. Anyway. But yeah, so we thought this up and we're gonna try to execute this as best as possible. It might change, it might not, who knows. This is gonna be really hard to film because we both have really busy schedules.
Yeah. About that.
Sorry about it.
What did you want to talk about first?
Alright, so what we're gonna do is did my dog just bark?
It was like a. I heard it. I'm sorry.
Weirdo. So what we're gonna talk about today is life after graduating because she graduated first, and then I graduated like a couple weeks ago. So since she's way more into like the life after college, I'm still trying to transition my ass into it. It's really not fun. But we're gonna talk about it today. And don't mind me eating. I'm fat and I'm hungry.
I'm gonna be eating too.
Yeah, but
My burger is this size. I love Burger King. It's like when you pull it out, you just put like your fist on the table. Like when you just drop it, it's like it's like yeah, I ate large. I don't take that back either. I eat large.
this is gonna be interesting. Okay then.
So, I guess I don't know. Like, do you want to like ask me questions?
How about we just do let's do topics. Let's do that.
Topics?
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. So life after college. Okay, so work. I worked before I got out of college as a waitress, which I'm pretty much y'all know because I mentioned it before. And I just kept with that. What I'm trying to do is keep that until I find another job, so I can just smoothly transition away from there. Because I don't. It's nicer to just work at a job you're at until you find one than to quit it and then look for one. Because then you don't have any money coming in. So now you be like, oh my god, I'm stressed. It's like I'm comfortable, but like I need to migrate my life along. But Chelsie was like,
What?
it's kind of the opposite.
As far as work?
Yeah.
I got my job 3 months after I graduated, and I remember I was just very like persistent on like I need to get a job. So when I finally got a job, I unfortunately was brought into a business at the time that was, for lack of a better phrase, corrupt. There was a person who was in the management position who was sabotaging a lot of the I work at a hotel, I'm sorry. Who was sabotaging a lot of the housekeepers. Yeah, and it's weird because when you work at a hotel, your departments, it almost feels like a different world in a small way about how like the front desk is treated or how the front desk is paid or looked at, and then the same thing with maintenance and the housemen and the housekeepers. So there was a person in management at the time who was stealing the tips from the housekeepers, and she was stealing money out of the laundry room, like the coin stuff, stealing them out of the vending machines. Like, it was crazy. It was a lot going on. And if anybody told on her, she just was a good liar. So when she lied her way out of it to the owners of the hotel, and she found out who you were, because the owners were kind of just like, oh, well, it was this person, and why do they feel this way? So when she lied herself out of it, and she already knows who you are, she would, then commence harassing you, cutting your hours,
so pretty much just putting you in a position to where you just want rather quit.
Right, and quitting. I'm not sure in what state, or if this is a rule only in our state, but I know that in our state, if you quit, you don't get unemployment. And I think that was like another way of her just taking one final dig at you. So she's currently been fired. She's been replaced, actually. And yeah, she's our new management. He's wonderful, and he's been making a lot of great, awesome changes. And so work isn't as terrible anymore. Now my energy is all into my pay, and I'm like currently upset about my pay because I started out working 8, and then I got 2 raises, and that put me at $8.75, and I was like only like really, really upset about it. And my last raise.
Wait, do it again.
My last raise was hyped up to me by my management. They're just like, hey, Chelsie, something in your paycheck is in your paycheck. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah. They're like, check your pay stubs, like on Wednesday. So Wednesday comes, check my pay stubs, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how generous of you. They added a whole quarter to my check.
Quarter.
And I was just like,
don't hurt yourself too much.
Right? Like, don't break your bank now. Like, chill out. So, like, yeah, like that's what I've been kind of dealing with when it comes to with work and my work life. My work life, for the most part, has been great. I've had a lot of opportunities, and because I work at a hotel, I get to earn points to stay at other hotels in that branch for free, and I do want to travel within the next 365 days. So that helps. That definitely helps.
I was about to say years.
365 years. We never die. So yeah, as of right now though, like, my job is doing the most.
We're not gonna start on mine. Because some of y'all who are on my channel actually watch it. So, and they work with me.
No, I know. Your job is terrible. Your job is terrible.
It's so fun.
Your job is terrible.
Wait a minute. But yeah, so my job, I'm just trying to find a better one because it's cute and all, but like, I don't see how people can live off of working as a waitress. It's fun. It has its perks. It has, its downs. But for me, it's not a long-term one for me. So I'm just pretty much just looking for, another job that just pays nicely so I can start stacking up my coins.
We all need coins. A moment of silence for the coin. Amen.
Coins are necessary.
Coins are very necessary.
But yeah, so I want to get a new job so that like I at least have like if I think like $1,000 a check is a decent number. So that like I can save towards my car, and then the car payments aren't that much. If you make $1,000 a check, that's every 2 weeks you'll have your car payment at least with one check.
Should I be like it's $50 every month?
I wish.
Mine are like $258, but I just pay $260 a month.
Yeah, but see, for the car I want it's like $4 something. And I was like, I'd rather just get the car I want so that way I take care of it when I get it. Rather than getting like that little in-between car that you like care about, but you don't really care about. I feel like
in-between cars are like...
That's your way of giving yourself a settle.
Yeah, and
instead of getting the one you want.
I feel like also that like it's kind of like a waste of
money.
of financial commitment.
Yeah.
You know, like this money could be going towards something that I actually want. And when you're pinched for money the way that, you know, a lot of us are after college, you don't have time to be wasting your money on like your, like I was explaining to my friends last night. I really do appreciate the quote that I allegedly heard that, or Will Smith allegedly said, that said that, because I don't know if he got it from somebody else, but you know, it said there's no reason for Plan B because it distracts from Plan A. And I wholeheartedly like stand by that. Like I'm like, wow, that resonates with me, because I always feel like I'm trying to
She's the queen of blackout plans.
yeah, and I don't, as much as I don't like making them, I do. But I also realize that I'm so busy making all these Plan B, C's, and D's that I'm not focusing on Plan A. And Plan A is where my heart is. Plan A is where my life and my career and all my goals and ambitions and dreams are. But here I am, like, covering my ass before I need to, is, I guess, a way of putting it. And, yeah, I just think that if everybody just kind of like takes a moment and looks back at like where they are, where they want to be, and how they got to where they currently are and not to where they want to be, I think that helps people like progress as far as, okay, I just got out of school, or I just graduated college, I have this associate's degree or this bachelor's degree.
Master's, yes. PhD, bitch, you did.
Right, right. And we're all so proud of you.
Little clap.
Okay. But now, you know, it's just like, okay, well, how do I put all this hard work and all this money that I committed? Because let's be honest, college is a
Not
plan.
cheap.
No, it's not. And I personally consider college a plan B. I consider college a plan B because there are many ways that you can go about getting a career without going to college. But because I feel like our society has suckered a lot of us into thinking that we have to go to college in order to have a successful career, that everybody goes. So now businesses who also been suckered into that idea as well, oh, well, I want to see your degree, or like having a degree is like what I want to.
But it's funny because a majority of these thingies to like high school diploma. I was like, bitch, why am I doing all this work if y'all ass accepts a high school diploma?
Oh, and fun fact that I did not know until my senior year of high school. Lean in close. You're really gonna want to hear this. They do not look at your entire college, or I'm sorry, your entire high school career. Mm-hmm. The only years that they look at are your last two. So you can screw up freshman and junior year, you know, or sophomore year if you want. Don't, but you know, if you do, even if you're trying and you just didn't perform well, your senior and your junior year are the two most important years out of your entire high school career. Those are the two that you don't want to mess up. I did amazing my freshman and sophomore year. I didn't do so great my junior year, and then came back, you know, full force my senior year. And because of that, I thought I did amazing. Not immaculate, but I did really, really, really well. And I found out that I actually graduated with a 2.6 GPA, and I wanted to go to UCLA, and they turned down prodigies simply because they don't have the space. So no, there was no chance for me. So that's how I ended up going to community college, because I wanted to up my GPA. And I'm glad to say that I actually did graduate with honors with a 3.5. So I'm happy about that. Never, ever, ever in my life graduated with, I was never on anybody's honor roll, okay?
She was in fucking college.
That was a huge, how did I do that?
You killed yourself.
I did.
Like DJ Khaled, you killed yourself.
Yeah. I can't believe I don't know. Looking back on it, I'm like, I managed an entire club of 35 people and somehow still kept my insanity intact long enough and well enough to graduate with honor.
I'm about to say, because we ain't.
No, I didn't. I wasn't coping very well. I had crying fits. That's how stressed I was.
Like, I can't do it.
Like literally, like I brought a new term to blood, sweat, and tears. I really did.
And we're not talking about BTS. What?
I hate you. College was fun though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, we just had that long ass conversation about college. We're talking about after college.
It's okay though.
I mean, you can talk about after college until you talk about college, I guess.
I mean, for me, it was more of like I left college with this excited perspective of how my life was about to go versus how it's currently going, and it's a very uncomfortable like reality check, I guess. And it's not like this was a trap. It's just, nobody prepared me for this. I think that was the most heartbreaking part about life after college, is that even with all of the wonderful things that I can say that I can apply to my everyday life, it's not the things that I need right now.
Like, nobody tells you how to go about, making these cover letters. Don't nobody tell you how to do that.
Yeah.
Don't nobody tell you how to, make your resume look, appealing.
Yeah.
They tell you, you can be articulate. You can put this in your resume. You can put this. Nobody told you how to make the resume. My mother actually helped me make my resume.
Yeah.
I just kept it and add to it. And it's always funny because I always end up sending it to like somebody older than me and think, hey, is this okay? Because I don't know how a resume should look.
Yeah.
Because I
don't like that they leave it up to like Google and like the internet.
Yeah.
I don't like that because I have seen, and I've had, just because of a program that I was enrolled in high school, I was given this small luxury of being shown how resumes aren't all supposed to look the same. And a resume looks different depending on what type of company or business that you are trying to present your resume to. So
I recently found out that you don't have the resume for every job. And I was like, I only got one resume. They're like, no.
No.
I was like, oh.
No.
Huh?
No.
Sorry.
It's a bit of a headache. I hate adulting. Don't grow up, guys. It's a trap. It's a huge
There's no
trap.
cake.
There's no cake. Everybody dies. Let's see.
It's not always sunny in Philadelphia.
No. There's a lot of rain. And the rain has micro knives on the end of it.
Yummy.
And we have storms all the time, so you just get cut the hell up. That's what it feels like. Just several times at the same time, simultaneously getting cut up by life. There's a Hallmark card, or I think it's a Hallmark card. It's probably not, but there's like a Hallmark card that I found a few years ago where it's showing you like the corner of a building, and the side. This side of the building is like the graduate is like walking like this, just with his little diploma and his hat on, and then around the corner you see like these figures dressed in black, and they're labeled like life, bankruptcy, financial stability, and I'm just like, that is like the realest like thing I've ever seen in my life. That is exactly what that is. It's this beautiful, ignorant little you who just learned all these great things, and you're about to go off into the real world and make something of yourself. And meanwhile, like, life is just like fresh meat, So I can't say that I have fallen victim to anything per se. It's just it's a bit of a struggle to transition. It's definitely a bit of a struggle, but I'm learning, and thankfully I'm learning quickly. That's pay attention. It's just when someone like gives you advice or whatever, like really don't take anything like with a grain of salt. Like really just like meditate on what people share with you when they're.
Don't take certain things with a grain of salt. Some things you take with a grain of salt.
And don't. I guess my best advice, for the ones of you who feel that maybe you can't 100% deal. One thing I want you to remember is that at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. And you want to always put into practice that you are one person and that you are a human, and there are certain ways that you can't go about fixing or doing things that other people can, and that everybody gets to the same destination a different way. Like some people get famous overnight kind of deal. While others, it takes them a few years. It takes them their whole adolescence, and then they're in their 30s, and they're finally where another person was overnight. Like everybody gets to the same destination a different way. So be inspired, please. Be inspired, but don't look at it as that's my map, because it's not. That's whomever else's that you're looking at. That's their map. You have your own. Everybody has their own way of going through life. So by all means, be inspired, but remember to find your own way.